So how did I get the idea? I was asked to be the technology chair for the Contra Costa Council, and I arrived at the council with no idea what the organization was, and I could see that I was going to want to do a project with this organization to get them involved in something that interested me. And this was back, there was a big welfare to work push, and I had been on welfare, and I felt that people really didn't understand what it was going to take to help people move from the paradigm of getting just barely enough money to survive to really being employable. Because when you have barely enough money to survive, you have to be very resourceful, and all your time and all your energy is spent surviving. Your car breaks down, you have to go to the wrecking yard and find the right part and find somebody to help you fix it, and then maybe trade your services for their help fixing your car. All that kind of stuff is what you learn to do when you're getting just enough to survive, and you don't really learn the skills of how to deal with these events when you're working and have no time. It's a big mind shift, because what you're doing is, instead of having money, you're spending your time and energy to survive. And so when you try to get into the world of employment, first of all, it's a world with different rules, different standards, different vocabulary, different dress code. It's a complete paradigm shift from eking your life out with a bunch of other poor people who are just managing to survive and figuring out ways to do it, and have to be very resourceful and entrepreneurial, to being somebody who is a paid employee for somebody else. It's just a complete change of everything about the way you think. And so I felt like we needed a program that was going to help people make that shift, give them whatever job skills they need, hopefully computer skills, because there was a big, at the same time there was this push for welfare to work, there was also a big gap in technology workers. So I thought if we could give people entry-level computer skills and also help them understand what they needed to do to be employed, to be a successful employee, what would be expected of them, that would be a real success. Very spot where I'm sitting became the first incarnation of what we called Optic. And from the beginning it was conceived as a holistic program. We had seen that movie, I can't remember the name of it, but about the signing a contract, the kids in LA who worked with Olmos. They had to sign a contract and commit to a project of coming to class every day, and his idea was to get them into college. We sort of followed that model. We wanted people had to commit to show up every day, which was not easy to show up every day. And in turn, what we committed to is helping to find them a job. And that's been the basic exchange for Optic ever since, which now is thriving with 38 graduate classes, Opportunity Junction. And I think the thing that I feel best about is how many people's lives are changed. How the paradigm that we kind of just made up from scratch based on all of our input really seems to evolve and change and work for people so that they can find a better life for themselves and their families. That's really exciting to me.